Hi, Chase. I just want to ask you, what do you remember about coming in with your rookie season when Tom's last in New England? What was your relationship with him, and what's it like coming around and trying to tackle him live in a game?
Yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind is the fourth preseason game when he cut my hair on the sideline. Nobody cuts my hair except for Cheryl Holiday, my stylist.
And next question.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I could follow it up with more than that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It was like
I don't know. I was like, I don't know how to react to that. Like that's
yeah. You didn't really have much to say back to that, but yeah. On top of that, I know better than to give Tom any fuel, and he's honestly he's someone that I really look up to. I've managed to learn so many lessons during our time together, and just from an inspiration standpoint and from a leadership standpoint, and just as a way of operating and a way of existing. I mean, there's few people that I've ever met that are cooler or do it better than Tom. So it was something I definitely cherished, but this is a different week. So
great. Thank you, Chase.
Thank you.
Next question, Evan Lazar, please.
Hey, Chase, how's it going?
It's going all right, Evan. How's it going with you?
It's going well. I wanted to take you back to that 3rd and 7 play on the Saints' last drive yesterday. And you look like you had to chip the tight end on the way into the rush. And I'm just curious, what's your mindset there? Like, it seems like it would be hard to kind of chip the tight end and then get pressure on the quarterback after that, if you know what I mean. So is it kind of a situation where it does feel like it takes you out of the pass rush just a little bit?
Yeah, I'd say this year, and just progressively, the more time I spend in the NFL, and the more time I spend around here, I'm trying to continually acclimate, my mindset and my approach towards, the game itself. But when it comes to like that sort of thing, I'm not really concerned with like the pressure of those sorts of things, or I know that, or I believe that in time, like those opportunities will present themselves and more. I'm more focused on just trying to do my assignment as best that I can, and do it exactly as they ask me to do it. And whether that leads to a pressure or doesn't, to me, that, it's just one of those things where I just got to make sure that, when I'm out there, I'm taking care of what I need to do. And if that means hit somebody, if that means take on a couple blockers or do whatever they ask me to do, that's just all I'm thinking about. So.
Got it. Fair enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question, Mark Daniels, please.
Hey, Chase, all's well. Is this weird for you? I mean, planning to go against Tom Brady after just everything, how long he was in the league when you came in to be with him? Just how strange is it to sort of, prepare to play?
Yeah, it's definitely super cool to have the opportunity to plan against Tom Brady. I've thought about it, or I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it. That's a pretty backwards way of saying it, I guess. But I'm just super thankful for the opportunity to have the chance to play against somebody like Tom, and to do it in this setting is truly a blessing. So it's definitely something I'm not taking for granted. Zeus is away, so I got I've been relieved of my dog sitting duties. We're even extra dialed in, ready to roll.
I hear you. I got the kids in daycare this week. I'm really in as well.
You get it. You get it.
That's right. I've actually, I got to follow up. Are there, we don't know, we're not in the building. Are there like reminders of Tom around? Are there like photos of him in the hallway? You're like, what is it like over there?
Yeah, I can't talk about things in the building, obviously. Sorry.
Have to get a tour someday. Thank you.
Next question, Alan Siegel.
Hey, Chase. Hey, Chase, how you doing?
Hi, Alan. I'm doing well. How are you?
Okay, thanks. Matthew Slater just talked in the other room for a few seconds about the fact that, yeah, Tom's coming back and it should be celebrated for all that went out here. But he said of the players that are going to be playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday, this is a big opportunity to turn things around from the way, especially the way things were yesterday. Can you focus in on that a little bit about how your preparation has to be, perfect this week to really get against a very good team?
Yeah, I always talk about this, and I think it's kind of a humor thing at this point. It's like, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? It's like, this is just the bite that we need to focus on. And obviously there's a lot of things riding on this game in a sense where it's like, obviously everyone wants to bring their best effort and this is a huge game. There's a reason that tickets are the prices that they are. But with that being said, I would say that it just falls into the category of noise. It just, no matter how inflated the game may appear, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is a lot of one-on-ones, a lot of fundamentals and technique and assignments and just beating the man across from you. And so I'm just focused on having a good week of preparation, taking care of my body, making sure I get enough rest and I'm hydrated and I'm eating enough food. And my hands and my body and my mind are sharp and strong. And just taking care of all that stuff and hoping, or not really hoping, and just letting the rest of it kind of fall into place, opposed to just getting caught up in the excitement or whatever. It's like, we need a big week because we're in the NFL and it's like, you don't have a big week, you're going to be in trouble. So
Thanks, Chase.
thank you, Alan.
Final question, Steve Sanchez.
Thanks, Stephanie. Hey, Chase, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Steve. How are you?
Good. There were times in that Saints game, it seemed like you guys had the quarterback, you had him in the pocket, ready to make a play, and somehow he seemed to elude that. I mean, do you guys see yourself coming closer as a pass rushing group? Finally corralling these quarterbacks here.
Closer compared to the last couple of weeks, you're saying?
Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, yeah. I mean, like to be consistent, be a lot consistent with the pass rush. And
yeah, obviously we always want a consistent pass rush. And I know that like there's a couple different ways to kind of approach the philosophy of pass rush. Some people look at, like I think fans in particular, might look at things like sacks or, like these fancier, flashier stats, whereas that's not all that is made up of a good quote unquote pass rush, because there's so many little things that are involved with just like coordinating pressure, and two, making sure that the quarterback is contained and not able to do the things that he likes to do. Like certain quarterbacks prefer to step up in the pocket. Certain quarterbacks tend to fall back when they face pressure. So the movement of the individual quarterback based off of what kind of pressure that we're giving them, like all those things kind of need to work together. And then on the flip side of that, it's understanding what your teammates are trying to do as part of a bigger rush. There was a play yesterday where, I had the opportunity to really go either outside or inside. And like I periffed, Judon, just like working the edge. And so I'm like, okay, in my head, it's like, if I go to the outside and he goes to the outside, then it presents an opportunity for him to step up, for Jameis to step up in the pocket. So at that point I came inside and Judon was able to wrap outside for the sack. And those are the little things that I think add up over time. Just like the coordination and the understanding of what your teammates are trying to do, the bigger picture of the scheme, and the canvas of what it is that our defense is trying to accomplish.
Thank you, Chase.
Thank you, Steve.
All right. Thank you so much, Chase. And thank you for everyone for joining us today.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chase. Thanks, Steph.